Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special Sunday edition with Barry and my Offsider Joe here. And last time we met, we did a program on gambling and stuff like that. And here he is, the birthday boy. Here's J.M. Good afternoon and a happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, I appreciate it. It keeps being amazing that everyone's remembering my birthday, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah, indeed, we did talk about gambling and a few other very important issues on the last show, and we hope to get back to a few of those today.
And just before we get on to the important number that we rely on 24 hours a day, it is important to bet with your head and not over it. Here's my Offsider now with his opening quote on this.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with you. Use your head if you are a gambler. Make sure you set yourself a limit of an amount of money that you will not, under any circumstances, go above or lose more than. It's very important as well if you are lucky enough to be one of the very few people in the world that do win. Don't get carried away. Don't lose sight of how much money you came with. It's very important that you just treat it as any other sort of recreational hobby and try not to let yourself get addicted.
And do not borrow money from anybody, not even $20. Here's my Offsider for this.
Absolutely, Barry, that's right, especially if you're gambling, because if you're betting with other people's money, that's money that you don't own.
And it is very off-putting, even if you just ask for $5, $10, can't do that. Here's my Offsider.
That's all right. No matter how small the amount of money it is, it's an indication that you're betting with money that you don't have. Especially if you're gambling, it's very important that you remember that there is never any certainty that you'll win. In fact, it's much more of a certainty that you'll lose.
And be honest with yourself. Don't put any more than what you put in. Okay, you may be tempted to put $30 in or $20, but as we've said at the opening of this program, please bet with your head and not over it. Here's my Offsider to remind you of that once again.
Thanks, Brad. That's right. It's a very good saying. That because it's very easy to remember and a good reminder that it is important to use your head for something quite as delicate and risky as gambling. Betting over your head, of course, would mean that you are not betting smartly, betting way too much money and getting carried away and lost in the moment.
And even when you go to the races as well, don't take hundreds of dollars and blow it on a horse that mightn't come first. Here's my Offsider.
Yeah, that's right, exactly, Gary. It's always, of course, okay to bet small amounts of money, but when you are betting a lot of money on something you even think might be a certainty, it never is, and it's far too much of a risk to even throw that money away.
Because you may need that money for petrol or groceries or to pay for your bills. Here's my Offsider.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's very important that you remember that that's what the money you earn is for. If you are someone who works for your money, you're earning money for living expenses, that is rent, food, petrol, other travelling costs. So you're eating into that whenever you're gambling.
And now it is time for the important topic. To close our short show this afternoon for my birthday guest, it is important to remember the three numbers, 000. It is only there for emergencies. Here's my special birthday guest with his message on this.
Thank you, Barry, and I'm enjoying the special mention. We do talk about this issue a lot. It's very important and one we take very seriously here on the show. The number 000 is there only for emergencies. That is, situations that are life-threatening or time-critical. There are always alternatives. You can always call a doctor, drive yourself to hospital, or even call the police directly. Really consider your situation and weigh up carefully if it's worth ringing 000.
And don't waste time telling the operators about something that hasn't happened, because you are taking away the service that someone badly needs. Here's my offsider to tell you about that, the consequences you could face if you do that.
That's right, Barry, and let us be clear, we're not saying never call 000. Obviously, everyone will face situations where it's important to ring 000, but we are just asking that you very sensibly and carefully consider whether it is the necessary number to be calling.
And be ready to give the exact information before you call an ambulance, such as your name, address, the nearest cross street, and where the incident is taking place. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's right, exactly, Barry. It is very important that if you are facing a situation which is time critical, it's important that the ambulance is able to get there as soon as they can. So be very specific about where you are and any information that you can give to the operator.
So what would you do if you were calling an ambulance for me? What would be the first thing you would do?
Barry, I'd start with the two main streets that we're located on. We're here on the corner of Oceana Street and the Circle, I believe.
Yeah.
And from there, I work backwards, assisting the operator, providing them with major landmarks. I'd say we're near St. John's Catholic Primary School. We're close to Narrowena Shops. You can turn off Alfred Street and find us by going down the hill.
And then it's important to give the phone number that you are calling from in case the ambulance service needs to call you back. Here's my offsider with that closing message before we head off into the afternoon and evening.
That's right, Barry. The most important thing we can suggest to you here is to stay calm. The operator will guide you through every step of the way. So it is very important that if you do find yourself on the 000 number, remember you're speaking to someone that is trying to help you, and they can't do that unless you can calmly give them the information.
Well, happy birthday to a man who does the job so well here on a Sunday night doing the shopping, and our program is proudly sponsored by Coles Supermarkets, and they serve us with delicious, healthy food. Here's my offsider to thank that sponsor.
Thanks very much, Barry. We are grateful to all our sponsors, and we appreciate all the support they give us. And Barry, thank you to you very much for having me on the show tonight.
And we hope that you have a happy birthday, Joe, and May you have many more from all of your colleagues and clients here at Oceana. And to close the program, once again, please do not call 000 unless you are an emergency yourself. Here's the birthday boy to leave you with this message.
Thanks, Barry. And yes, we wish you a very good afternoon and a good week coming. Please do remember that very important message from Barry and myself regarding the 000 number. Think about it, and if you're not in an emergency, leave it alone.
It's like if something is not broken, guys, please do not fix it unless it is broke, and don't ring 000 for a pizza delivery, because that won't happen. So on that note, it is time to say good afternoon to you viewers out there on YouTube now. And one last thing, double demerit points for the Queen's birthday long weekend, guys. If you or your passenger are caught not wearing your seatbelt over this Queen's birthday long weekend, that's it. That's your license gone. Or if you speed, you can go bang or flip over. Here's my Offsider to take us out with that message.
That's right, Barry. And we want everyone to have a beautiful and relaxing long weekend. But it is very important, of course, to remember that safety is paramount. Please keep that in mind. Indeed, you're right in pointing out that there are double demerits this weekend, so be careful of that.
So on that note, it is time to get the rest of the night underway, and I will see you back here later with a recap of the weekend that has gone by and more winter tips. But Joe, happy birthday, mate. 25 years old, and here's to another 25 from all of us here at the studio, and this is my present to you, mate. So,
Thanks, Matt.
From all of us here at Oceana, Joe, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. See you later, guys, and here's my birthday guest to say his farewell now.
I'm very honoured to be on the show, Barry. I appreciate it. And thanks very much for the warm wishes.
And at Riverdurchy, it is time to cook a delicious meal. I believe it is pasta tonight.
Great.
And at Riverdurchy, everybody, bellissimo. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Offsider. Happy birthday to you.